Hey guys, it is episode 13 of the NCAA Challenge, and last time I was here, I gave an epic beatdown as Oregon against LSU, and this time I am Michigan against Alabama, and I was excited again in back-to-back games because this guy was 45 and 45, so I was facing a quote-unquote savvy veteran. So I was thinking, all right, I'm gonna play against a really good guy, really good player, even though he's only 500 overall, he's played a lot of games. He's seen a lot of things over the course of this NCAA game and all of the months it's been out. And I don't blame picking Alabama because I was the home team, so also he came into the match and saw me as Michigan. So I imagine he decided, all right, I'm gonna go with Alabama to play against this guy. And so I was hoping to get a good game going, and I started off really good. I got a pick there. Unfortunately, after this play right here, I could not get those 3 yards or 4 yards to get a touchdown, so I was for a field goal. And I was actually worried that this guy, if I didn't score touchdowns every single time, I was gonna get like blown out or like just a really tight game. So I was a bit upset about that. And then I realized he was a no huddle team, and he was a fourth down kind of player. So then I get this pick right here, touchdown, pick six. And I have to admit, but I have to say, I don't know how they play in real life. I've been saying this a lot about past teams and how they play in real life and all that, but Michigan's corners in this game were outstanding. They were getting picks, and I had it on balanced. I didn't even have it on conservative or aggressive. It was just on balance. And they got to think about maybe 2 or 3 picks in this game, maybe even 4 picks. I'm not even sure. So they were really good. Another thing is I have to correct myself. I know in the last video I said the only good team I played with before Oregon was UCLA, and as someone reminded me, that's totally not true. I played as USC, Wisconsin, and Stanford, and you can even argue Texas A&M were all good teams. And those are all better than UCLA, no doubt, no question about that. But at the same time, in terms of rating, I think they're still not on Oregon's level. Oregon is on a whole other level. I think any top 5 team in the game is just on a whole other level. And right here, I put this play in because I was originally going to do the play action boot play, which I know you guys all know about this formation. And then I saw him spread out his linebacker, so I was like, all right, he knows what I'm going to do. So I need to come out and change it up. Went to 4 verts. I went deep past this little Seattle play right there. And if I had waited in the pocket a little bit longer, I think A or RB might have been open even. And it might have been an easier throw to make. But I just made a quick read through to X on the side. I caught the ball. First down. And here's an option play right here. I should have held him a little bit longer because I didn't realize it was switch players so quickly. But whatever, it is what it is. And I have to admit, this game could have been a lot different at this point. Like this throw right here could have been picked off very easily. I made a lot of, I wouldn't say dumb throws, but I made some throws that I shouldn't have made, and I got really lucky that I completed them, or they weren't picked off. They're just like knocked down or incomplete. And I give credit to All-American default for that, because I'm sure if it was Heisman, it probably would have been easily just gone the other way. And at this point, I'm up 17-0 before halftime, and I was like, all right, this guy isn't too bad. He loved doing the runs out of the no huddle and hand it off to Lacey. By the way, Lacey is a man. He is a grown man in this game. He was breaking tackles like it was nothing, and I was like, damn. So I know. And then right here, McCarron, I'm sorry, A.J. McCarron is not going to break a tackle by a defensive lineman and run for another like 10, 15 yards. I'm sorry, this is not going to happen. That just made me mad. And this player here, Lacey right there, that's what I'm talking about. Grown man. Dude broke like 3 tackles and still got a few yards out of it, but he was doing work against me. Mainly because I was respecting the pass a lot more than the run, which, was probably maybe a problem because Lacey is definitely a really good, like great running back. But at the same time, Alabama, they have receivers out there, so you got to respect the pass too. They're one of the teams where you got to respect the run and the pass, and I shouldn't have done better. But this is another thing I want to mention here is you should never quit before halftime, even if it's like 10 seconds on the clock. Just keep going, because I got this huge return right here. Came out 5 wide, I was going to do the 4 verts, look for a quick read. I saw, who was this, Roundtree? Yeah, he got pressed. So I was like, I'm going to throw to you once you beat the press. And then I knew Gibbons had a huge leg because he kept on booting the kickoffs like all the way into the end zone. So I knew once I got that Hail Mary pass off and got out of bounds, and that was a really good move by Ryan, juke move by Ryan, that I had a chance to get a field goal. So instead of going into halftime 17-7, I kept pressing, and I got 27 lead in halftime. So you got to keep going. Don't just like take a knee or run the ball and think you're not going to get anything. But at the same time, don't take unnecessary risks and just throw it up. and when you have no chance in getting anything completed. And like I did right there, I just threw a pass for no reason. I got picked off. And I swear, once I threw that pick and he returned it that far to get into my red zone pretty much, I was like, this is the worst thing that happened to me. Because I thought I was going to like crumble under the pressure of playing a guys 45 and 45. Well, luckily I got picked right back and I was doing okay. And this is what I love about playing with teams that have players like Shoelace, who people know you want to run with it. You want to use the speed, get out of the pocket, run, trim for like 15, 20 yards or whatever. Because they're used to people doing that against them. And for me, I mean, yeah, I love a mobile quarterback to run around with. But at the same time, I'm a passer. Like I would love to throw for 400, 500 yards on you and not run even for 50. So when he rushes on like two guys and he puts like two other defensive linemen in spies or zone coverage, I'm gonna sit back there all day long and wait till my receivers break off their routes and your cornerbacks don't even know where the hell they went, and I throw it to them and get a huge gain out of it. And I'm pretty sure he did that about 2 or 3 times in this video that I'm going to show you, and I'm thinking throughout the entire game he might have done like 4 or 5 times, and which is fine by me. I'll throw that all day. And it's something I need to work on, is sitting more patient in the pocket, because I know I think on one play assigned this video, the play, I was getting no pressure, no rush on me, but all my receivers were being covered really well. So I rolled out, and instead of sitting back behind the line of scrimmage, I attacked the line of scrimmage, and of course receiver broke open, but I got sacked on that play, so I was like, alright, whatever. And here's just a bad play by me, pursuit angles by both safeties. I got turned around, and the game's not quite over yet. I mean, at this point, I'm definitely kind of nervous. Once he got that pick on me earlier in the game, I thought he was going to score at that point, and he didn't. This is another play right here where I just got bought time through downfield. Then I got picked back, so alright, still 27, I'm fine. I need to score a touchdown. It's 20-14. I'm like, alright, now I'm a little weird. I need to score a touchdown right here to ease my worries, and then I got that off. Again, he wasn't rushing me that well, so I'm going to throw it downfield, touchdown, and I was like, alright, this is good. This is good. I'm happy with 27-14 lead. And even, I think it was Brad, mentioned, I think on 3 different occasions in this fourth quarter when I scored. Spoiler alert, I score a lot of times in the fourth quarter. He kept saying this is going to ice the game, it's going to ice the game. Well, no, Brad, didn't ice the game. I was still worried. And then I guess good run by Ryan. And I don't know if he was a good running back or not. By Michigan, I didn't really run the ball that well just because I'll give him this. He had a really good run defense. And again, he's just buying time. I'm just buying time myself in the pocket. He had a really good run defense, and I had trouble trying to get holes open and stuff like that. So I just stopped trying, really. I just kept passing the ball. And another thing is that, to another point about the whole figure out spy, defensive lineman, or whatever, when I do it, I like to have maybe, and this was just a really bad run. Basically, I run my entire defense. I did bad triangles, my safeties again, and he got me a few times with those no-huddle draws and runs off the side. He got me a few times on that. Real quick, this right here, this is what I wanted out of Oregon in my last challenge video. This is what I wanted. Instead, Robinson gave it to me. This is what I wanted. That feel of adrenaline, doing a great read option. Like, yes, I was pumping my fist a little bit. I was like, yeah, that's right. That's a great read option by me. But before I get off track here, I like to do either defensive ends going to contain and I'm going to rush up the middle, or I'm going to put one of my D tackles in the spy and rush 3 guys. But I'm never, ever going to put a situation where I'm only going to rush with only 1 or 2 guys. That's just, ask for trouble. And right there, AJ McCarron got me again. I'm like, upset with that. Like, come on, AJ McCarron is not going to do that to me. Another thing is that, back to the whole thing about the rushing and, watching a mobile quarterback, is that don't be a defensive lineman unless you're really, really good at it. I mentioned before, I think in one of my first few challenge videos, that's why I play as a safety or linebacker, because I can't do defensive lineman, is that, you're better off, you're going to rush only 1 or 2 guys, is to let the computer handle that, because the computer is about 10 times better than you are in that situation. You're better off being a safety so you can cover the receivers when they break off their routes, and you're basically just, backing football at that point. So, it's the end of the video, and as you can see, it was the fourth quarter of just back and forth scoring, really big plays too. But I felt pretty good. Once I got that 28-14 lead, or 27, whatever it was, I felt pretty confident at that point. I was going to cruise in, and the defense was pretty much like non-existent, but it was a good game. Pretty good game overall, so I feel pretty content with it. And I feel like now going forward, if I play some of the bigger boys and more experienced guys, I won't be quite as nervous going in because I just play a little bit conservative in the third quarter instead of continuing my usual offense where I attack downfield. So going forward, I'll be more confident and I'll attack the ball a bit more and have hopefully more good games like this so I'll get my own ranking up and play even more challenging players like this guy could have or should have been. So, it's the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in episode 14.